What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Lit Fam. Now today, bro, that actually hurt saying right now. I just got back from a little vacation, chat, and I just got like a stomach bug or food poisoning, something. So I've been throwing up for like the past day or two, just multiple times and stuff. So like my voice is probably gonna be all weird, but yeah, I had to record, bro, because I didn't have any videos. So this is literally current right now at 2:27 p.m. today, 4/11/2026. Today I got Pet Zombie Worms. Yes, really, by Flytrap Films. Shout out Flytrap Films. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Now I remember Flytrap Films from a Terra Green video when he was using, I think, literally fly trapped, I'm pretty sure, in his video and stuff. I can tell this is gonna be a lit video. So without further ado, Mr. Grab your popcorn. Let's see.
There's this little worm-looking creature that will eat anything you put in front of it.
Anything.
Just like a zombie.
So if I put my idea in front of it, it's gonna eat that shit? I mean, you did say everything, bro. I gotta ask questions.
And just like a zombie, their favorite food is actually brain. So obviously, we need to add these guys to our collection of carnivorous plants. But I've never owned an insane pet like this. So we need to build them a home, stop them from escaping, and then obviously test if their favorite food actually is brain at the end of the video.
All right, bro, just go ahead and cut out a piece of your frontal cortex and just put it on the grill, fry it up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be perfectly fine. You're not gonna remember shit or think of shit or be alive, but you'll be perfectly fine.
Disgusting.
It's all for science.
But firstly, we need to get them. Guys, I found this website that only sells like microbiology and science lab stuff.
Oh, hell no.
Got them in stock. And they have an entire rat. They just put the rat in there to feed them. Oh my gosh. So I am going to try that too. But let's add these guys to our basket. And let's buy them. This looks like
every time I see these websites where they're purchasing the animals and insects and stuff, it always looks like a freaking scam, bro.
Add these guys to our basket.
Like every time.
And let's buy them. But thanks to next day shipping, these guys arrived before the supplies to build their home.
Ooh. Whoa. Oh, hell no. What the fuck is that flying?
I didn't know that the flesh-eating beetles can fly.
Oh, hell no. You tell me these motherfuckers eat your brain and they gonna fly away? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
As it turns out, our zombie worms are the larvae of something called a carpet beetle. They're called that because their babies, the zombie worms, actually live in your carpets and eat all the dirt, dust, and pretty much anything they can find around them.
Oh, hell no! Get the hell up on my carpet, bruh. Ain't no way. Nah, I don't see these motherfuckers, bro. Does that explain why my brain cells have been gone lately?
And after they then bore a hole into your walls to pupate into a beetle, they have wings to help them move on to the next dead animal.
Oh, so, hell no.
I didn't know this at first, and now we have to be very careful to not...
Hey, yo, what's this freaky ass fly doing right here, though? Look at this freaky ass fly. Look at him.
So, yeah, I didn't know
He's trying to get on top of him.
And now we have to be very careful to not let one of these guys escape and eat us while we sleep.
Oh, yeah.
But luckily for our zombie worms, the supplies for their new home arrived a few hours after they did. And to mimic their natural environment the best I can, there are a few things we need to do, starting with their walls. But we can't actually build a background inside of here, because if I do, then the beetles will be able to walk out and escape. And not only that, but if we use something like foam for a background, they'll actually eat into that to pupate, which isn't really too good for our new pets, as we'll see later on. But seeing as these
they could get poisoned by that, can't they? I mean, foam, I don't think it's good for anybody to eat.
Guys come from forests, I found a nice picture of moss on Google to print and stick onto the back of the tank. And as usual, had the normal 1 hour fight with the printer to get it to work. Ah, yes, exactly.
The 1 hour fight with the printer is so relatable, bro. I hate when the printer just stops working or just can't print what you're trying to print. Like, it's so fucking annoying.
Work. Ah, yes, exactly what we wanted. I don't know why printers are like this.
Well, there we go.
And now that our background is finally up, Let's give them some peat to live on, which is very similar to what our zombie worms would have in the forest, with a bit of perlite mixed in so that it doesn't compact too much over time. I kind of want to have it dip like that because I want to put some cool things in the middle. And just so we can actually see our zombie worms walking on the ground when we feed them later on, let's add a thin layer of sand over the soil.
Okay. Oh no, wait, what is the sand for though?
Well, while we let the sand dry by the dehumidifier, we can put this stuff on. It's
the hell is that?
Fluon, and it's supposed to make the edges really slippery so that our bugs actually can't escape if they somehow manage to climb up.
Basically make it into Diddy's warehouse.
The edges.
Okay.
And now that the Fluon is on, all we need to do is get the dried sand and finally sprinkle it over the soil to finish off the walls and floor for our zombie worms. And move on to making this forest of ours look a bit more realistic with some decorations. Now, although all these sticks, leaves, moss, and a couple rocks will make this feel like a real home for our zombies, each one of them are also quite important for them. The moss gives them somewhere damp to hide and rehydrate, which is how
that's usually
I
how it
will
works
also
for them.
water them. And honestly, I really love how the real moss kind of blends in with the moss in the background to make it look like one big mossy carpet.
Yeah, I mean, you could most likely trick these zombie worms, but I don't know, bro. It does look a little fake. A little fake. You can see, especially if you look at the corners right here, but I'm sure they're not going to pay attention to that unless you're super smart.
The rocks help stabilize the soil so that it doesn't just become one flat tank of sand. And along with the leaves, they both give our zombies somewhere to hide because they are actually nocturnal and like to stay hidden. And of course, these sticks give the worms something to burrow into and pupate, and the beetles something to climb on.
Now, I've obviously left quite a big open spot at the front, and that's because we have a couple more things to give them.
My favorite part of these pet videos are things that I'll call furniture. And for our zombie worms...
Oh yeah, let's put a sofa in here. Let's put a recliner couch. Man, let's put a fucking slide, a water slide in there so they can just have fun and party while they're eating our brains. That sounds like a good time, doesn't it?
There are two pieces of furniture I really want to add. The first one is something I made to 3D print. I'm sure you can kind of guess what it is already, but while it prints, we can get started on our other piece of furniture. Some sofas and a picnic table. Both of which will help our zombies grow, but also help us when we feed them later on.
Now this styrofoam might look like a bit of garbage to you, but to me it looks like an experiment. So we're gonna make a custom
this must be before he found out that this was probably not the best idea, huh?
feeding dish for them.
This is because later on when we feed our zombies, I want to test 3 things they apparently eat around your house. So we need them to all be separate from each other.
This looks like something that
make sure to include a piece of your frontal cortex, my boy.
You guys in America would put your school slop on.
Hell no, man. What the
Obviously where I'm from, South Africa, we didn't even have food, so I was going to actually paint or draw on this a bit.
Wait, where did he say he was from though?
So
hell no, man. What the
obviously where I'm from, South Africa, we didn't even have food, so
oh really, from Africa?
I was going
Nice.
to actually paint or draw on this a bit and make it look like a picnic table, but then I realized maybe this stuff is toxic to our pets. But there's still one more thing I want to build. You can't have a picnic table without some chairs, right?
Yeah, you gotta make some chairs.
Some chairs to go around the sides.
Now, of course, these couches and feeding dish
I actually have a box cutter just like this.
don't look the best, especially compared to the perfect 3D prints that are nearly finished, but that's kind of the whole point. Not only will the styrofoam get extremely dirty while stopping the food from leaking into the soil, which makes it replaceable, but styrofoam is also meant to be safe for our zombie worms, as they will pour into it to sleep and pupate. And even the glue I used is something that they can eat, although I kinda changed my mind about the styrofoam later on.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He remembered that.
Picnic table are done. Let's take a look at our 3D prints.
Guys, the 3D print is done.
Ooh, that's nice. Oh dang, that one's stuck.
Nice.
That's
Obviously,
so cool.
our zombies need some
Bro, I want to freaking get a 3D printer one day, bro.
bones around them to remind everyone about how dangerous they actually are.
It's a humerus. It's your arm.
If you
nice.
don't know,
It's
the
your arm.
stuff I'm pulling off here are called supports. They just support the weight of the thing you're trying to print, and then you pull them off afterwards.
And I'm sure there's someone out there that knows what animal this is.
So those supports are on all 3D print things? That would make sense though, to like he said, to support the weight and everything a part of it. But that's like on every single one of them. I wonder if that's a choice you could like say, oh yeah, I don't want the support, and that's just like an option, or it just automatically comes like this.
Then you pull them off afterwards.
And I'm sure there's someone out there that knows what animal this is. Just so you know, it is a little bit smaller than it's meant to be.
And with just a couple more decorations, I think this tank is starting to look really
I'm not
good
really
now.
sure. What animal is it, Jay?
Now obviously there's still a really big gap here at the front, and there's a really good reason for that too.
God damn.
For our experiment.
However, before we can add our zombies into their home and do our experiments, we have to make sure they are comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't take much to keep them happy.
Make sure they got 5-star class service at a hotel. You know what I'm saying? They got room service, brain service. So whenever they want a piece of your brain, you just give them it to let them think better with their brains. And then on top of that, you just gotta like give them massages and stuff, you know? I mean, you saw the guy humping the other fly earlier, so they got some stress in them that they're trying to release. So we gotta work with that.
Firstly, we've got this huge heat mat, so we can keep our little beetles nice and warm.
Then we set their thermostat to the temperature they like, give it some power, and then plug the heat mat into the thermostat. And just like
So
that,
much power.
they've got some warmth. I also got a heat gun to measure the temperature of their soil for when we remove the probe. And of course, a spray bottle to give them enough water to drink from their moss. And after letting it warm up, it's finally
Nice.
time to add our zombie worms into their new home and do some
So they need kind of like a wet, humidity type of atmosphere to be the most successful, huh?
new home and do some experiments.
Now the thing is, I've obviously said that we need to figure out a way to not let them fly out. But
Oh, yeah.
I've read up and it seems like they don't fly very far. So we'll try putting in a couple and see if they do fly out. And if they do, we got a problem. But if they don't, then we're all good. So let's start off with...
Yep, let's just take the risk. And yeah, I'm gonna fill my whole house with zombies, bro.
these guys here. Oh, that one just jumped out.
Oh.
Please don't tell me that
Uh-oh.
this guy's gonna literally just walk out.
Uh-oh.
Even with
Slip
the
on the
flu
diddy oil. Come on, bro. Are you serious? God dang.
Luckily, I have a back.
Why do you stop there like you know he's doing something wrong? It's like, wait, am I supposed to be up here?
Up, guys. So let me get this flesh-eating beetle
Ooh.
back.
Ooh. Oh, now he's going back. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's close them up.
What if it starts eating you,
I have
bro?
an idea,
Careful.
guys. I have a plan for this.
I don't know where I got the idea, but I thought about placing tape on all of the corners so that they couldn't actually get a good grip.
Ah.
And it seems like it's going to work.
And we've got our one little test
Oh, yeah,
beetle in
nice.
there, and she hasn't been able to escape. So let's add them all in and see what happens.
For now,
Bro, what if they just make a fucking wall with themselves and just all of them just go one at a time and they just fly around your house and eat your butt?
our zombie worms are loving their new home. They're exploring all over the place, hiding under leaves and rocks, and our beetles are even climbing their sticks and finding new places to hang out. And it even seems like our tape corners are working.
God damn.
That is until they did the one thing I keep talking about.
Oh, that's flying.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. They're starting to
They don't
fly.
very far, but they do fly around the house.
They're almost quite there.
Sweetie, please go get that thing that you use on your computer while I watch them. Wasn't expecting that, honestly.
I was. Yeah.
Wow.
That would have been the thing I'd done, is cover that bitch up some way. Obviously, they have to have a good amount of airflow, I'm sure. But yeah, put holes in something. I don't know, bro. Because just the risk of them all flying out is just too high.
Well, now that they are happy in their new home and can't escape anymore, it's time for those experiments I keep talking about.
Okay.
And for our first experiment, we'll use that picnic table we made to test if they really do eat random stuff from around your house. And the first thing
Bet.
we need to get is a dead mouse. Most people will eventually get a dead mouse in their house, and this is what
Yeah, something like this would literally make my cortisol shoot up like 20,000%. Like, what
Dead
the
mouse
fuck?
in
There's a dead mouse just falling out the damn attic. Oh, hell no.
their house, And this is what they were feeding the zombie worms before we got them. So I went to pick one up from my friend Nathan.
Oh,
the
yeah.
same guy who actually taught me about these zombie worms.
So we've got mice,
nice.
rats, guinea pigs, rabbits, chicks, quails, hamsters, gerbils, African
damn.
soft-fed rats.
Bro got literally every freaking animal in food form. Who are you, bro?
Everything in here. What is it you're
You the animal bounty hunter?
after?
I just want something kind of like that size.
So we do have small wiener rats. So these are a type of rat.
That's crazy. I think that will
Oh my
work, yeah.
gosh.
Go for that one.
Yeah, that's the right size. But you don't have something like a...
He
like
just
a-
sleep.
Like a snake or something.
Not here, no snakes here, but I do have some of my own things in the freezer, so I can dig something out for you.
Now, I asked him this because he has a collection of cool animal things at his house, which you'll see in a couple minutes. But I actually want to use the snake he gives us as a...
Bro, these butterflies are so beautiful.
See in a couple minutes. But I actually
Look at these patterns on the butterflies, bro. I've never seen a butterfly that looks like not cool.
want to use the snake he gives us as a surprise gift later on. But before we do that, let's test our zombie worms. Here we have dog biscuits. Because they
Dog biscuit.
apparently eat this if they don't have any meat around. Here we
Yo, what the fuck is this long ass thing, bro? That's like them before they turn into the beetle. This is so big.
have KFC, because if you ever were a child, you probably dropped a chicken nugget once. And
Oh,
of
yeah.
course,
All the time.
dead mouse we found in our roof.
Good way if you don't
let's
wanna
find out which one they prefer.
To my
my
surprise, our zombie worms absolutely
Damn.
demolished the dog kibble. That is by far their favorite food right now. And
I wonder why they went, or like mostly a lot of them went, but they're also going at the mouse too and the chicken nugget. But it seems like they're all teaming up on this. Maybe because of all the crumbs it creates, so it's like an unlimited food source to them. I don't know.
it seems like they don't even like the one thing they're known to eat, the mouse. Now, although they even chose the chicken nugget before the mouse, there might be a reason for this. The people who fed the zombie worms before me just threw the mouse straight in, and I obviously copied them to see if they'd like it, but clearly they don't. You're actually meant to dry their food out a bit first and remove its organs before feeding the zombie worms.
God
and seeing as it
damn.
took 2 weeks for them to eat this rat, I have a pretty...
That's still insane though, bro.
And seeing as it took 2
Oh, that's so it literally looks completely different. They just ate it from the inside out. Ew.
2 weeks for them
Ew.
to eat this rat, I have a pretty nasty task to do after I get the snake from Nathan if I want him to get his gift in time.
That's actually like insane.
Yeah, oh yeah, the colours. Like, I mean, if you look at the colours on these guys, like you got purples all the way to like a turquoise. So it's just getting them in the lights and stuff.
Yo, like I like the colors of these beetles, but hell no, I see one of these motherfuckers want to smack the shit out. Bah!
Yeah.
Chad, have you ever like have one of those big ass beetles in your backyard, like the ones that really can't see, bro? I forgot which ones they're called, but they're probably one of these that he has. But dude, like, have you ever freaking like smacked them or something and they just like start coming back at you? All right, bro, I thought your ass can't see, bro.
That's crazy.
It's almost like bronze out of the box.
Is that a beetle also?
Yeah. This is a stag beetle, species
God
of stag
damn.
beetle.
What that mouth do?
Like you can't even get it on camera how it's like, it's literally bronze.
Yeah,
Is that?
It is.
so difficult to pick colours up on camera.
That one's crazy.
Yeah.
And I really wish I had a camera that could.
Wow.
That's like shiny.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Nathan obviously has a huge
Wait, so these are like actual real animals?
passion for animals, so make sure to check out what he has on his own channel, TNN Reptiles. But when you love animals like he does, you'll eventually face some heartaches.
What happened to it?
Stillborn, just born,
Yeah.
not made it, and you can see its yolk stack still not closed up.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
That's interesting, eh?
Just didn't make it.
Yeah, poor guy.
Now, I would really
R.I.P.
like
Snakey.
to use our zombie worms to do something like this for his snake here. Because if you didn't know, people in science labs actually use these zombie worms to eat away all the meat from a specimen to reveal the skeleton so that they can study it.
Oh,
without it getting
wow.
damaged, seeing as the little worms are much more delicate than a human could ever be.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, bro. But low key, that makes sense. I mean, you know, whenever we go to museums and stuff, when you see these skeletons of these animals and they're super clean, obviously, you know, I'm sure there is some polishing that is done by humans and stuff, but it does make sense to actually have these zombie freaking bugs go at it, because like you said, they're way more delicate than humans, and it's like a less likely of them like damaging the skeleton and stuff. So that would make sense if they actually use that as a task to basically reveal the skeleton in its beauty. So wow, I didn't even think about that, man. That's so cool.
As I explained earlier, I have to prepare the specimen by performing a full evisceration and then drying it out, which I have done before as part of my university degrees, but this doesn't make it any less gross. And after a few days of our specimen,
So you have to just peel the skin off? Oh my gosh, how do you even do that?
But this doesn't make it any less gross. And after a few days of our specimen drying out, we can finally see how our zombie worms react to something that has been prepared the way they prefer it to be. And guys, they absolutely love this.
Oh my
Way more than
gosh.
the dog kibble. They completely swarmed the specimen as soon as I put it in, and were finished in like 8 hours.
Look at that.
Bro, that's oh my bad, chat. I'm still a little nauseous and stuff in my stomach, but yo, that is actually fucking insane. That is insane. They clean this up, bro, where it only shows the freaking bones now. What?
That's crazy. I mean, they've broken off some of the ribs, so I think we should get it out before they keep damaging it. I don't want to give Nathan a snake that has no ribs at all.
As Nathan told us earlier, this specimen was very underdeveloped, which is why its ribs fell off so easily. But we can still see how the zombies were able to get in between each and...
Dude, they literally decimated this dude, man. Yeah, I know it's for the purpose of like revealing the skeleton or whatever, but this looks so bad, bro.
every rib to get that meat.
Oh
but
my
seeing
gosh.
as I did feel a bit bad about giving him a snake that was missing some parts, I also 3D printed him another snake that he can add to his collection.
Oh, that's
Guys,
cool.
they obviously really loved the snake. But now it's time for us to check out the one thing that we know all zombies love.
My brain.
Yep, like I promised at the start of
Yes,
this video, we are going to feed our...
Oh, you know, it just like popped in my mind right now, because chat, remember how in science class, like a long time ago in school, I'm saying a long time ago, a lot of you little Timmy's probably in school. Anyways, bro, yo, you had these experiments. I think it was like mostly in high school though, bro. I don't know if it was, maybe it was middle school too. Middle school or high school, where you like basically experimented on a frog or something like that, or maybe a pig. You had to like get permission for it from your parents and stuff. And this is one of the things we would look at, is literally their brains and their freaking organs and stuff. This is so cool.
Was zombie worms brains, as this is meant to be their favorite meal. Now, I'm not going to show the
Oh, nice. I just go on Amazon and order brains, you know, just whenever I get bored.
raw brain on camera because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but just so you know, some people actually do eat this, and I got it online from a specialist grocery store. I prepared it this
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, bro. Eating any type of brains is so weird to me. I mean, yeah, you got to be a different type of specimen, I think.
grocery store. I prepared it the same way as we did with the snake, by taking a small sample and drying it in the desiccation chamber. Like, I understand how some people might eat this, you know, like Liver King, get your gains, but for me, this is kind of nasty. Now, what I found pretty insane is that dry brain is actually a very healthy treat that people feed to their dogs. It's meant to be full of nutrients, minerals, and oils like omega-3, but yeah, I still think it's gross. And if you don't want to see a dried specimen of this, look away now, because it's time to feed our worms their favorite meal.
Alright.
Yeah, I like how he keeps giving everybody a warning, like, look away if you don't want to see this, look away if you don't want to see that.
Guys, and now for the part we've all been waiting for.
That looks like shit.
And apparently this is their favorite food. Let's get it in and see how they react.
And
Oh
they
my
seem
gosh.
to love it. In fact,
Why did they bring a leaf over?
so many of them swarmed towards the brain that they even dragged a leaf over it. Now,
I was about to
of
say, like,
course,
what?
It took them much longer to eat than the snake, but that's probably because the snake had like nothing on it.
Yeah.
Whereas this brain is full of nutrition and fat and is a much bigger meal for them.
Oh
However,
my gosh.
while the zombie worms finished off their brain, I prepared Nathan's gift by collecting
Yo, honestly, like thinking from the zombie bugs perspective, this probably is like a kid walking into a candy shop, bro, and just able to get whatever he wants. Like, that's probably what they feel like.
brain. I prepared Nathan's gift by collecting every single rib that fell off, and Karen added some gift wrapping to make it all
nice.
look nice.
W friend.
This is for you.
For me?
Yeah. So
I
you
get nervous.
open up and tell me what to do.
Okay. Oh, no way. Wow.
What am I having? Nothing.
They've done a really good job on that, haven't they?
They did.
She was so young, so they took some ribs. So I collected them for you.
Oh, you expected me to stick them
No,
on?
No.
I wasn't sure if you would like it. So if you take everything else and look in the bottom, there's something else for you.
In where?
In there, there's something else at the bottom of all that.
Oh, no way.
Oh, the 3D print, yeah.
There we go.
So
That's so
Have
cool.
to put that in the reptile room, won't I? Oh, no way, that's ace.
yeah.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. It's so cool.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Bro, I freaking love their accent, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's unrealistic, guys, but I wanted to hit 100,000 subscribers this year. So if you enjoyed
Wait, you don't
the
have
video,
100?
please would you consider subscribing?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I want to thank Nathan and Terra Green for helping me with this video. I'll see
Oh, nice. He actually took inspiration from Terra Green and stuff too. Okay.
you guys in the next one.
W Flytrap. And W zombie worms. Actually, no, not W. I guess them, you know, helping to reveal skeletons of animals is like the only good thing, but these motherfuckers vicious, bro. Like, I would not put my finger in that bit with them at all. Yeah, not at all. But yeah, chat, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.